audio issue at the
That's
beginning
pretty
of
funny.
it all. Speaking of camera, I did forget about the camera.
Wow. Huh. Did this always have these dents in it?
No, that thing's like enamel or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't know you could just dent rock. But yeah,
No.
it must be fake.
I had 5 of those. They were gifts from Amy.
Oh, really?
And some of them just cracked over time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh. That's cool. I didn't know you could make fake rocks. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
It's just texture effect.
Ugh. But yeah, so I'm just fucking tired, man. Like, I was thinking about it. I've got a lot on my plate.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I don't even want to sit at the table anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Don't even give me a fucking plate. Don't put anything on the plate. I don't want to even think about plates.
You're not even hungry?
Yeah, like, why am I in a restaurant sometimes, it feels like. But, you know, that's life, I guess. The life restaurant. The restaurant of life. What a funny episode.
So, is this how you say you're trying to... You're like suicidal or something, or
I mean, like that's the thought is like, man, well, what am I saying? Like, that's kind of the whole reason I've always been suicidal is I'm just tired of shit.
You know, it reminds me of when we saw my friend Brian do some stand up. He had a joke about like, you know, it's not that he wants to die. No. I forgot how he phrased it, but me and another comic were looking at each other, and I said the words at the same time. It's like, it's not that you hate life, and you want to die, but you wouldn't mind a break.
Yeah, exact, 100%. I'm just tired. It's not that I'm like, man, life fucking sucks, and I don't want to see any more of it. It's, man, if I slept for like a week and woke up, I'd be like, that was great. This is so good. That's exactly what I needed. I want to turn everything off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know you wouldn't even get the charge.
No, I wouldn't. That's the worst part. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely not. It would be a shitty week for sure.
You'd wake up after a week and be like, "Oh, cool! I didn't work for a week."
Yeah.
And I have to catch up on bills.
Yep. Right. Yeah. I wonder how work's doing now. It's gonna take me 4 days to be back on track. Yeah, I know, right? That's
kids
the problem.
Kids get picked up from school the first day because of my coma that I scheduled. That'd be nice to be able to schedule comas.
That would be.
Yeah, man.
I think my girlfriend needs one too.
A coma?
Yeah, because she's getting tired of just shit too. Like, she gets bad like PMS, I guess. Like, I've never.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Apologies for the dead spot here. I had a very narrow window to record with Justin. At the same time, we had a plumbing emergency go on at the house. What happened here is I got pulled away to help with the plumber. Hopefully it didn't distract too much. And if for some reason the video wasn't saved or put on the YouTube and you're just looking at a black screen with clip art, hopefully it's some funny clip art. Thanks for your time. Thanks for listening. Hopefully you had some laughs. And be well. See ya in a little bit.
What's he doing?
All right, that's it for the plumbing episode. We can officially continue as things were, as some normal. So I tried so fucking hard to animate and do the stereo.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's just so hard to do it because until we capture everything with like a clean background and everyone is shot with
everything.
So part of the trick to the absinthe, which is really cool technology, is like you turn everything into PNGs, every frame of every shot or whatever.
Yeah.
That eats up the hard drive.
Oh yeah.
Like that'll load. So an hour-long podcast, I was like, okay, I can chunk it up into quads until I clear up memory space. I might be able to dedicate an entire terabyte to an episode per. And I was like, okay, already not really viable.
Yeah.
It's already a pain in the ass.
And that's why his videos are so short.
Yes.
Like even those 5-minute videos are probably.
It probably takes up so much
hundreds
memory.
Of gigs.
So I was like, fuck it, we'll just do the comedy, the little videos on the side.
Yeah.
And then I just came up with like some like logos, and I'm trying to think of a font or something. It's not too crazy because I just need to put it up. But I am going to credit our names and do a little bit of editing and then just upload them as they are in my sloppy room until we get a better setup. So my dog ain't right behind me anymore, so I can lean back. Oh, man.
That was close.
So I'm so sorry for cutting it off like right as we were.
It's fine. I stayed quiet, and then your dogs were very concerned and stared at the door and, all kinds of dog stuff.
They did doggy things.
Yeah. Oh, man, speaking of, so we got a letter from the apartments. Some new people moved in, and some people got dogs, and their dogs are really fucking annoying. Like, one lady, she just leaves her door open all the time, and her dog
goes out and
aggressively barks at everyone who walks by.
Oh, through the screen.
Through the screen, yeah. And it's like, why don't you just fucking shut your door? Like, it's 50 degrees out, lady.
Yeah.
Open your goddamn windows.
Dude, it's so annoying because Murdoch gets defensive, and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what's the, like, I'll be in the kitchen, and you'll see him go, and I'll look, and it's like someone across the street.
Oh my God.
And I'm imagining from their perspective, like, all they hear is like, they're like not even focused. And in this house, it's like all bass and shit.
But yeah, so this guy, we got a letter saying, hey, it's your responsibility to shut your dogs up, basically, you know. And one of the guys, he's got a puppy, he's like walking out, and it starts howling and barking and just fucking going nuts, and I see him stop. And he's just listening. And then it stops. Okay, so he turns and walks. He gets like 3 steps and it starts again. And it just keeps going and keeps going. And I'm waiting for Domino to do his business, and I'm just looking at him, and I'm like, just so you know, it goes all day. He's like, it does? I was like, yeah, pretty much.
Wait, who'd you say this to?
The dude.
Oh, I thought you said it to Domino. And Domino's like, yeah, it's the brakes, isn't it? So the guy just moved in, and he has a puppy?
Yeah, like a few months ago, and he just got a puppy, like...
And he was just trying not to annoy the neighbor?
Yeah, I guess so. So he was like, I guess he didn't know that it barks all day or something. Yeah. And so he was trying to leave, and he heard it, and he was just like waiting to see if it would stop. And it didn't. So I told him, I was like, it doesn't stop, buddy. Like,
does the lady work from home?
Who? Like the manager?
The person's dog. Whose dog is it?
It's the dude's, this random, I don't know who he is, just some dude who lives.
Dog that won't stop barking is his own dog?
It's his dog, yeah. No, he's not the manager.
I'm confused. Who's the person that stopped while they were walking their puppy?
He was. No, I was walking Domino. He was going to work. And his dog went crazy.
Got it.
So he was stopping and listening to see if his dog stopped barking ever.
The guy that has the loud dog.
Guy that has the loud dog.
And you told him.
And I told him after like a couple minutes of him just standing there waiting, I was like, it goes all day.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, it does? I was like, yeah, pretty much. Like, you can hear...
I thought you were being a homie telling a new neighbor, being like, this other guy.
No, I was being a homie and telling him, hey, like, your dog
and he's already been written about.
All the time. I think so.
Man, I just rearranged the pieces of the board. I was like, who the fuck?
I was trying to be nice in a different way. But so I was like... He's like, man, I've tried everything. Like, it was like a shot collar even. He's like, yeah. I was like, man, that sucks. I was like, have you tried citronella?
Citra, yeah.
And he was like, what's that? And I was like, that's what I used for him. It worked really good. It's just a little box, and you put some spray in it, and every time they bark, it spritzes, and then they stop. And he's like, huh. I was like, yeah, check it out. I mean, it's nicer than the stuff.
Hopefully.
So hopefully his dog stops. It's a cute little...
It's a yapper?
What is it? It's a cute little German Shepherd. He's just a puppy.
Oh,
he's like 4 months old.
Okay, but dudes with German Shepherds, they have to freaking train them. They have to be on top. That's like a serious dog. That dog's like instinct is like, oh, I'm gonna kill anything that gets between you and me.
Yep.
And it doesn't understand that sometimes like people like to hug friends that they haven't seen in a while.
It's just him leaving.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, get on top of like maintaining like good habits now.
Yeah.
Because right now the dog that doesn't stop barking is a dog that he just jumps on people.
That's the dog that lives next door to him, that leaves her door open. That every time you walk by, aggressively barks at you. Yeah. So imagine these.
Dude, okay, I'm so confused.
No, it's two different people.
The lady has an aggressive dog that barks with the door
lives
open.
Next door to
I thought that guy was walking in front of that lady's house.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, this bitch, I'm gonna write a letter too." Man.
No, yeah, these are two separate people.
And you got him in stereo around you.
Dude. His dog isn't bad because it's only like he keeps his door shut and it's only when he's gone. Yeah. And it's just a puppy.
So only like 8 hours a day.
Like but you're like, okay, it's a puppy. Like it's just going, help me, I'm alone, this sucks, and you're like, whatever. But this other lady, she's home and just leaves her door open. Yeah. Like imagine these two in an apartment complex. Like, would you leave your door open? Probably not, right?
No.
Because of them.
I mean, it's annoying leaving the door open. I have to constantly, like, tell them to be quiet or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. And, like, people are walking by your apartment, and then now your dog's aggressively barking at them.
You know what's annoying? Like, with these guys, it's barrier aggression.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is.
You've seen it.
With her
like,
dog,
they're not aggressive. Sure. They're just like, holy shit, another fucking dog.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd see another fucking dog. I'm sure
that's what it is with her. And there's another dog in that same thing on the other corner of her. They got a new dog, and he's clearly not an apartment dog. He's like a hound dog.
Oh god.
Like,
oh god.
I need to be in a farm. I've got these big long legs, and I trot when I walk, and just constant. And they figured out, we'll just leave the door open a little bit with no screen, and then he just hangs his head out, and he doesn't bark anymore. Because he got rid of the barrier. But the second they shut the door, and the screen was in, or the window, and the screen was...
That's so
every time he saw somebody. And I was like, that's fucking smart.
Like a car dog, like a doggy.
Exactly,
like,
yeah. And so they just leave it open, put a little stick in there so he can't jump out, like his head fits.
And he just like
and he literally just looks around, and like now when I walk Domino, we just look up and I just, what's up, Bo? How's it going, buddy?
This is the dog training episode.
Yeah, so I was like, that's a smart one, but man, that woman who just leaves her door open, I'm like, all you literally have to do is shut your door.
The neighbor that got moved out when we first got here, she was Molly Maids or one of those. So she kind of worked from home or on call. Was most of the time there, but she had a little yapper and she'd leave the screen door open. Ugh. And it was annoying because it would yap at us when we were in our kitchen.
Yep.
So like our house, for those that are just listening with their ears, the back of the house is where the kitchen is. The window's facing, let's say, like west, and that's another apartment complex that is part of the property. So that front door is like facing our window, which is funny because we still haven't gotten screens because we don't care. But sometimes when I'm out there like doing dishes and then neighbors are downstairs like doing stuff, I have to make sure I'm extra not looking out.
Not staring. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I feel like you might be able to get away with it because you are on like, I don't want to say a second floor because you're not. It's like a 1.5.
It kind of the difference is like that.
It's weird. So like I feel like you could probably get away with it.
Yeah.
Because not everyone's gonna be like, guy's staring at us again.
Well, it's not that. It's just like I'm so wrapped with anxiety that whenever I like think like, God, it'd be awkward if they thought I was looking at them while I was in my kitchen.
Even if you're not.
And then I'm not. But then like let's say like a reflection on my side of the glass.
Yeah.
From my, let's say like I see my dog behind me, but that part of the reflection lands exactly where their living room window is. So like I'm like going like this, like, hey, who's a good girl? Who's a good kitty? Turn around and look back at the kitty, then look back at the same spot, and then I realize there's someone on the couch looking back at me. Like that's my fucking fear. And then like sometimes when they leave the front door, it's an object moving in my periphery. So of course I'm like,
of course. Of course. Yeah.
I just don't want to have the dead eyes of like the Omen kid.
Do you look in people's houses when you walk by? See, I always do.
Not intentionally.
I do.
Like I don't, and I actually, because of people like you, that's why I'm weirded out when people have their televisions and shit, so their whole like neighborhood can see.
Oh, I think that's weird.
It's like you're like humble bragging to a bunch of strangers to like rob your house. That's why for my house there's books. You're gonna come in here and get bored to death.
Fucking library.
Yeah, I have this like console tower.
Dude, I love looking in people's houses.
There was one family at the end of the year that like it was funny when I walked my dogs. I basically saw them, like at the late stages of a pregnancy. We were always like walking together and cooking, and like he would always cook, and she'd like laugh. It was crazy. It was like these slices of life. And then they had the kid, and then I'd see the kid like walking,
that's
like,
exactly
or like
what
not,
I'm talking about.
This was like 2 years now.
Dude,
and
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
See what I like,
but like it wasn't intentional. It was more like just the way their apartment block was set up. It's like damn, I guess you guys just like having wide open windows, you know, like showing off your life.
That's so funny.
And when they moved, I felt like a part of me.
Yeah,
left.
exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking. You were like, it was like what is the parasocial relationship?
Oh yeah.
It was like an old school parasocial relationship.
They were my Kanye and Kim.
Yeah, like you were like, oh, this cute couple that I don't know their names, but in your head you made up something maybe.
Dude,
you know?
that is so funny. Like I worked at Blockbuster, and it was like 2.5 years, and you saw kind of drastic changes in some people's lives. Because like little kids in 2.5 years can stretch.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
That is totally because you know, like Walmart, like you might have some locals, but it's not like.
Blockbuster was like regular membership.
Yeah.
Like kids like every.
Wow, I never thought of that.
I got to the point where I memorized. What was it, like 1117 or 127?
Really?
God damn it, Murdoch knocked everything over. I used to memorize the addresses to the regulars because it was easier to just like type in the first few digits of their address.
Oh, interesting.
Because like you couldn't look up through member account unless you were a manager. There was like certain like things, but you could look up like, hey, what's your address? You know. So they got to the point where like 3 people in line, I'd be like, I know your address, I'm freaking you out. I'm sorry. I remember the first time I did it was like Jesus something, this old guy, and he was like, you know where I live? And I was like, no, it's just because you come here so regularly. I just figured 1117 was
You're such a loser. I know you.
No, but it's not losers. Like they had like a Game Pass situation where you could rent 2 movies and then return them for immediately more rentals.
Yeah.
So people would like routinely. There were so many types of renters. My favorite were the old dads renting softcore porn, pretending like they were like really interested in the plot.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember one, and it's like this Filipino man. He's like, I love sci-fi. I just think sci-fi's so great. Have you seen Emmanuel? I love Star Wars, and I was like, cool, dude. Like, like fucking yeah, man.
You're gonna love Species, bud.
Yeah. Look at his history. It's all those kind of movies. Bride of Chucky a bunch of times. This was weird. Bound with Jennifer Tilly. You like Jennifer Tilly, huh? Oh man.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess when I worked at GameStop, we had some regulars, but it wasn't. I feel like it was probably way different. Like, the funniest thing I have 2 good stories. One, we had a kid over the summer. He would come in every day and play Guitar Hero. I set up Guitar Hero on one of our demo stations, and he would just come in for hours and just keep me company. Named him Guitar Hero Kyle. His name was Kyle. He was some little kid. He was like 14 or something, and he smoked way too much weed. And I talked to him like, dude, you shouldn't smoke so much weed at your age. Like, wait like 4 more years, and then you can smoke all the weed you want.
Your brain's
like,
gonna get fucked up.
Exactly. That's why I told him, I was like, dude, you're a smart kid. Like, you're just making yourself stupid by doing that. Like, wait. That's all you got to do. But yeah, he was a cool kid. And then
they say you're supposed to wait till like 18 or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I like after you're done growing, basically. So for guys, it's actually 26? Like 20, something.
I started when I was like 18. I smoked twice in high school.
Like literally twice?
Yeah, it wasn't like my friend was in learning center, and I left school early with him one day. I was like, I'm gonna smoke weed. You want some? We're like, nah. And then we watched some TV. And it wasn't like a really. It was just like, no, not feeling it.
Yeah.
And then he came back upstairs like after like getting some munchies an hour into getting high, and he had like a bunch of Oreos, some milk, and just like I was like, you look like you're really enjoying that. I was like, you look like you're really fucking enjoying that. Like, I don't know if I said that to Salvatore, but I was thinking it hard, and I was like, I think I'm ready.
I mean, that's a pretty good reason.
And I took off my pants. He's like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. And I was like,
it's not a butt thing, Sal.
I was like, then which one's the butt thing? I was so scared for so many years. Which one was the butt thing? He's like, well, turn around. And he just took a hit from the corn cob and blew it right in my ass. It changed my life forever. So yeah, I smoked.
Did he actually do it out of a corn cob?
He did have a corn cob.
Really?
Yeah, he had a CVS.
Like a real corn cob?
Thrift store, not Thrifties and CVS and those pharmacies, they sold corn cob
pipes?
$20 pipes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I thought you meant like he made his own out of it, dried it, and carved it. I was like, that's impressive.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
I was impressed.
So, yeah, we smoked that shit. And
that's pretty funny.
Nothing happened. I think we watched.
That's common, right? The first time nothing happened.
Who's the prop comic? Carrot Top. He had just come back from Vegas, and he brought back a Carrot Top DVD, and it was actually funny. Like, it was funny. Like, written material.
Was it funny because you were high?
Well, that's the thing. I look back now, and he's genuinely funny. And even with his props, he'll say the fucking good joke.
Yeah.
And then be like, here's the fucking... like,
He
doesn't even give a fuck about it. And that's extra funny. He's like, I'm the fucking prop guy. The only thing I remember is that he had a towel that's like, this is more of a fucking genius invention than a joke, but it's like a towel that has the names for all the body parts you dry off. So like this part's the head section, this is for the balls.
That is super smart.
You know, I was like, okay. Yeah. So that was funny, and then like I remember like either leading up into that or whatever, it was kind of like chill, and then a Spawn action figure just fell from the top of the TV to it landed like on cushions on like fabric or something, and I'm just like. And it just like I don't know what the fuck it was, just something about Spawn surviving, and I'm just like dying laughing, like red. It was my first time having like I think the old man like we're just high pitched like wheezing.
Yeah.
I'm like 15, 16, and then Salvatore and I and our friend Hector, we smoked a second time, and it was our friend Hector's first time smoking later that day, and we had a moment where it was in some Ice Cube movie. But I saw an SUV driving towards us, and it turned out to be two parallel motorcyclists, or the opposite. Like I don't remember, you know what I mean? Like I was so stoned, I was like, "Holy shit!" Those like in my head.
Yeah,
those motorcycles turned into motorcycles. They're like synchronized. Holy shit! And it turned out to be SUV or vice versa. I remember the one we were at.
That's funny.
I didn't smoke again. I was just like, I'm good. Like I didn't feel like it. And then I started getting into the first girl that I started talking to was a huge stoner. It was right after high school. And she was like a little older, and so I was like, I guess
I've done that before.
I guess I can hang, dude. It was all just driving around and smoking weed.
That was your whole relationship.
Well, like at the beginning before we hooked up, it was just me hiding a boner while smoking weed for like hours, and then like she had like this like effeminate like gay best friend that wasn't gay, but I think he was that would like drive us around and chauffeur us, and he was like kind of trying to get us. Like to talk, but then would also cattily be like, Salvatore said you had hairy arms or some shit. Like he'd say fucked up shit, dude. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry to hijack your GameStop story, but it just shot me back to the first time
I was that chauffeur. I was the guy who drove my friends around.
Were you the one that drove girls you were interested around?
Oh, I totally did that too. Yeah. But like one of my friends, she like blew her friend in the back of my car, like. On the way to like dinner or something at one point, and I'm just like, I don't fucking care, and you know, I'm like watching her head bob up and down, going, "Hey, this is enough for my virgin ass," you know?
Yeah, like these are some stories for me for later,
right? Exactly.
For the spank bank.
So you know, that kind of stuff happened, but that's wild.
That was just a topic on some podcast. I guess they're talking about like Nixon or Reagan. His girlfriend or future wife wasn't into him, so he was like, well, I'll just drive you on dates and stuff like that. If you need a ride, just give me a call. And he did drive her around on 4 or 5 dates or however many. Wow. And then eventually ended up getting together. And it's like,
man, that's kind of, I mean, as someone who's done something not exactly like that but similar, that's kind of sad, you know?
Yeah, it makes me sad because I got tricked into doing that once when I was younger.
Oh.
I was it was this girl, can't think of her name, but she went to another school. She was a cute Mexican chick, and she was like, my friends had a house, and my friend still owns it. His parents knew he wasn't gonna go to college, so they put that money aside, put it on a property, and he just rented it out to a bunch of friends when we were like 18, 19, right? And it was just basically a living house party. And she started showing up, and I just started flirting and blah, blah, blah. But I just, like, I didn't have, like, the fucking instinct, you know, the cynicism.
Sure, yeah.
Like, because I hadn't been used. I hadn't had a relationship in high school. Yeah. So it's like, it was all hitting me, like, a little late. Yeah. And it's like, she wasn't, like, into me, but she was like down whenever she needed something.
She was just into you enough to make you go.
She was trying to get stuff, but it was always like the timing didn't work out for rides here and there. And I was like, no, I would have. I wish. And, you know, it's like, oh, she wanted to hang out. Yeah. And then finally, like one party, like I'm hammered. And she's like, hey, Sal, you want to like go for a ride? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, oh, my friend. While we're driving, my friend's in town. Is it cool if you drop me off there? And I'm like, all right, like, sure.
Yeah.
We drove like 30 minutes or 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I drop her off and I see my friend getting out of his house. And he walks up to her and he's like, hey, what's up, dude? And I was like, what's up, homie? How's it going? He's like, dude, thanks for giving me a ride. Yeah, no problem. I just was fucking just this fucking dumb rod of cock in my fucking pants, just fucking taking me in the wrong direction.
Man,
it was so dumb, stupid dick. I was like driving home. I was driving like you fucking idiot.
Stupid.
Now punching it just excites it more. Now I wasn't swinging. I was so mad at my dick. I was so mad at my dick, dude. I was just like, how'd you not see it, dude? How'd you not see it? Like what the fuck? And I remember looking down.
You really think someone's gonna have?
I was working at the clothing store, so it's like I get vintage clothing, new clothing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember I was wearing like a specifically old vintage sweater that I thought was funny, so I was like extra looking like an old man, like fucking stupid fucking old man sweater. I was like so.
Oh man, I just imagine you going home just sad and angry with yourself.
I went back to the party and just drank myself into a stupor.
Oh, that's
I'm pretty
good.
sure.
That's good.
But that was a cool house. That was my friend Chris Hopkins' house, and he still has a basement studio. So during house parties, it was just basically like, hey, you guys bored of the music up here? You want to go downstairs and make some? We would just jam. It was so fucking fun. So fucking fun. That's the guy we recorded the intro and outro to this pod with, which is just like a medley of a bunch of songs and whatever. Actually, his birthday party was last week. And he's got a really nice, at his parents' house, outdoor kitchen that if you photographed it from specific angles, you wouldn't be able to tell it's outdoor. It's got everything. Wow. It's got everything. And then like a little stage. And he had like him and friends hopping on, and it was like, instead of karaoke, it was just a bunch of people going up and jamming.
Oh, that's cool.
It was really awesome. And it also partially felt like we were auditioning to be his best friend. Like,
wait, show me what you got, Sal. Let's see.
Yeah, he was like calling people up, and he's like had like 3 bass players, and he had called me, but I was like, I haven't played in forever. Like, you have good people on right now. And our friend Carla, dude, our friend Carla Irish went up and she did "Creep" by Radiohead, but she's a proficient and professional jazz musician.
Oh wow!
So it was like soft and oh my god,
jazzed it up.
Yeah, it was so good. And then they just did some fucking, what is it, Trooper, fucking, fucking metal shit, I don't know. The Trooper, what is that, I don't listen to metal. I don't know. Raining Blood.
Is that a band?
No, these are the songs.
Oh, Raining Blood?
Who is it? It's on the tip of my, I don't know. I guess it never happened.
Is that how life works?
I guess it never. If I can't cite my sources, but it was a good time. It was a good time. I don't know why I brought it up all randomly. Oh yeah, I wanted to do a impromptu kitchen show, YouTube show in his kitchen, just because it looks so nice. I was like, what do we make? I was like, nothing. Like, let's make quesadillas. Like the thing that doesn't need any of this. Like the lowest, simplest ingredient.
Did you ever see My Drunk Kitchen?
No.
She like blew up. I don't know what she's doing now. I'm sure she's still on YouTube. She was some lesbian chick who the whole premise was she got completely wasted cooking and pretty much never made anything. But it was hilarious. Like watching this really, really drunk person try.
Yeah.
And just fail so hard.
I gotta look
like
that up.
Like I don't mean just like, oh, she was, no, I mean like this chick by the end of these videos was sloshed. Like literally like, here's my dish and it's not even good. Sorry, bye. You know, like literally just like, holy fuck.
I could get into that.
Yeah,
I've been watching Maddie Matheson's videos.
I forgot what it was called. I think it was called My Drunk Kitchen, but then she stopped doing it, you know, because you can only
like killing her kidneys.
Yeah, you can only drink so much. That's like even the cold ones dudes don't drink all the time, even though that's their whole premise of their thing is they get drunk and do stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's that Max Mofo. And what's the other dude's name?
Careful, Hank stepped in the room and he likes jumping on you.
Anything for views, whatever his name. I don't know. They're like Australian dudes. They're pretty funny. I like them.
I don't know about them. I know the Might Be Drunk podcast with comics that they don't always drink if they have like a guy like that's sober. Or if they're like, yeah, it's like 10 a.m. Why are you guys drinking? It's like, what's the name of the podcast? Like, yeah, I'm good. And they're like, okay, well, I guess we won't make you a drink.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean that's like drunk history. Does that exist anymore?
I don't know if it does.
Because I feel like drinking is a good concept up until it's not.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, okay, great. Like, you're drunk again. Haha.
The Patton Oswalt had a drunk history, and he posted on Twitter, and he was like, happy 3-year anniversary to the drunk history that I filmed but never aired. That gave me a 1-week-long hangover.
Oh, man.
Because he, like, killed, like, a bottle of some, like, high... Because he's like, fuck it, I'll, do this gin or whatever.
That's pretty bad. Oh,
he's
man.
like, I've heard about it, but I was like, I kind of believe it. I've had, like, a 2-day, 3-day hangover.
Oh, yeah. For my 21st, I had a 2-day.
Yeah. When's the last time you drank?
I think my going away party for the Navy, so 2011.
What would it take for you to drink again? It's been 11 years.
I don't know. I just did. None of it's good. I thought about it when we went to the casino.
Yeah, just to get a buzz
took me to the casino, and I was like, "Oh, I'll get a drink."
You can appreciate like getting a stone, so I can see like. To me, it's like, why wouldn't you get a buzz on every once in a while?
Because that's the thing. I never did buzzes. Like
you
me,
just get full hammered?
Yeah. You drink to get.
Oh, to you the buzz is the waste.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
I never understood that part.
I like it for the buzz. I like to edge myself into.
Yeah. See, I don't really.
You like to get drunk?
Yeah, that's what I did. That's why I drank.
What?
Because to me, it didn't taste good.
So you get like when you use it as an excuse to be like slosh, to be loud, to be to be different, Justin.
I guess
to be like Jekyll Justin.
Actually, no, that's not true. The last time I drank was after she left when I was up in Chicago. Still.
Oh, you had yourself a sad night?
No, multiple.
Oh, sad.
I had
sad weekend.
Like
weeks?
2 months.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, I drank a lot afterwards. Like so. On Fridays, I would have video chats, and one day I forgot it was a Friday because I was too drunk. And had to video chat with the boys, like, doing one of these things. And they were like, what's wrong with your eyes? I was like, it's just really bright right now, guys.
Oh, no.
And that's when I was like, yeah, I shouldn't drink anymore because this has gotten bad.
Yeah.
And that's when I just stopped again.
And you would just wait, counting down the clock to be back, right?
Literally, that's all it was. It was, I'm home alone and my life is garbage right now. And it started because that night, I was just... Like, literally, I was on the phone for, like, 4 hours with one of my friends, just sobbing. Just a mess. And then I was looking around, because, you know, when your brain is hurting, and it's just like, I need something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking, I'm like, there's got to be something that I can do to make me not this sad.
And then you're like,
and I saw a bottle of bourbon on the fridge that I'd used for cooking.
Ah.
And it was, it was a little guy, and there was half in there, and I went... And I just drank the whole fucking thing and was drunk in like 20 minutes and felt so much better. I was like, I'm not sad anymore. Nothing hurts. I don't give a shit. I was like, this is great. I was like, guess I'm drinking for a bit. And so I would go out and buy a handle of vodka and orange juice, and because that's all I like is screwdrivers.
Yeah. That's
really
you know one that's really good is I don't think they sell it anymore. The Bacardi 151, a certain type. I think that's the 151. But the Bacardi 151 and Sprite tasted exactly like cream soda.
What?
Cream soda?
That's kind of cool.
With no hint of alcohol.
Wow. See, I've heard of...
have you heard of those drinks?
Chocolate cake.
But have you heard that there's drinks that like basically the flavor profile, like you don't taste the alcohol?
It's there. This chocolate cake is like 3 or 4 liquors, and apparently it does not taste like alcohol. It tastes straight up like you're drinking a chocolate cake.
Yeah, dude. No.
So, like, that sounds cool.
I remember... I forgot where I saw it, but like white people like to... taste something and go, ooh, that's dangerous. But I do remember being like, oh, that's dangerous. Like, this is dangerous because it was like a college. It was like after show, so we had just performed. Our car was like loaded up with equipment. I remember Eric, and it was like through my friends' bands or whatever. I was hanging out with my buddy Eric, and it was the first time I'd experienced that drink. And the don't fall asleep with your shoes on rule. Oh, which I immediately was like, oh, so we're partying with retards. We're partying with idiot people? What the fuck is this? What's your excuse to fuck with me just because I fell asleep with my shoes on?
How old
you want my feet out? I'm like 19.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, dude, I've been an old, crotchety old man.
I was going to say, that's such an old man thing to say at a party.
Dude, I've been so old for so long. I remember.
You guys better not fuck with me.
I remember we had this like water. There's this like water tower by Clearview Elementary that overlooks a lot of Chula Vista towards what's the Bay Bridge?
The blue one?
Coronado. Coronado. Okay. So it looks towards that. You see a bunch. You're super high up. It's right by the 805, and we'd go up there all the time to smoke, drink, just get some cool sights, shoot the shit with our friends. Never cause a problem. And one time we went up there, and it was like way too many of us, and there was like some kids that were from our high school that I wasn't really close with, but they were wearing their sorority. What's a male sorority? Fraternity shirts.
Fraternity.
They were in the fraternity shirts. And I just immediately went up to them and was like, hey guys, just so you know, like no smashing bottles, like no stupid shit, like we don't want to get rolled here because this spot's like really cool, blah blah blah. And long story short, halfway through their fucking 40s, they start smashing them and blah blah blah. We're all in handcuffs within an hour. 20 of us are in fucking handcuffs within an hour. I remember my friend Victoria was there, and the cops were like, hey, if these guys are like weird with you, and she's like, no, these are like really good friends of mine. Like, I remember my friend Victoria. She was actually really cool. And then one guy got actually arrested and his friend got a ticket. And then someone in the car, we were smoking weed, me, dropped the weed onto the ground and kicked it under the center console. Because he had a bunch of weed and I had a little bit of weed that my friend gave me that was like shitty mech. And it was like already like stacked on, so he's like, whatever. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. He was like, no, it wasn't about that. I got some other shit. I was like, oh, you're an adult. You have an adult thing. Yeah, I just remember being so annoyed. The fucking Phi Kappa idiots. Gamma Kappa tarded. The only reason he got rolled because he started smashing bottles and being loud. We were quiet. We were fine there.
That's kind of the lesson that they probably didn't learn is you can get away with shit as long as you're not causing a nuisance. Really. And
I could just tell even then, I was like, they're the ones with the dumb fucking, like, I need to fit in shirts. Yeah. They're the dumb meatheads out of everyone here that can't be cool. Like, and I wasn't trying to chastise. I was just like, hey guys, just it's not me. It's them. Those guys were look at their fucking dumb faces. I don't know why I remember, like, 15 years later, still have loathing for this, like, garish. I'm loud. I'm garish. I'm obnoxious, but they were more.
They were a different kind.
More
because I think you can be a self-contained and you can look at someone and go, oh, that's just the loud friend of the group or whatever. Yeah. And you can look at someone and go, oh, that's just not the loud person. They're just being a dickhole. Yeah. Like a
big old dickhole.
That's definitely capable of being told. Yeah.
Sorry, I just realized out of my multitudes of juggling, I need to text back like 3 people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else to add. Crowdwork show was fun. I don't know, for the pod. Crowdwork show yesterday was fun. It was interesting because it's a guy that runs it in LA first Friday of every month or something like that, like Laugh Factory or Improv. And it's kind of hokey at first, but it's very interesting to see what kind of jokes become just for that moment. Like, he started talking about, like, Matts are bad for relationships. No one likes dating a Matt.
Like the name Matt?
The main name Matt. And then, like, long story short, the lesbian lady that comes up that was talking about right before, I guess the guy popped away. I think it was before we recorded. Maybe it was during the recording.
I don't remember.
She's going around and she's, like, spotting every lesbian, spotting every bi person. And she's like, let me see if I can spot a Matt. You got Matt energy right here. And she starts calling out Matts. And then now, like, as more comics are performing and more, like, time's gone on, and it's all crowd work. Literally, they're doing material if it naturally weaves into whatever they're doing, right? And by the end of it, there was like 5 Matts that got picked out of the crowd. Like,
were they really Matt?
They were all dudes named Matt. Whoa. And they were all like, you could see them like as an audience member, you'd be like, I think that guy's a Matt. And I think that you start churning up fucking people. We started churning up people, and then like we were in the back. I was with my friend Erica, and I just see one guy look over his friend. And he's like, dude, he almost got you. And I was like, there's a Matt right there. I didn't even know what brought up the Matts, but I was just like already like, yeah, fucking dirty Matts. We got to get Matts out of here. And
that sounds dangerous. Racism. That's like, I was gonna say that's like bigotry. One step from the Nazis practically. You guys start marching on the street, fucking kill all Matts.
Yeah, because the lesbian was like, I've dated a ton of women that have dated men, but they've never dated a Matt. Ew. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, There's no joke there, but there is. It becomes a crowd joke. If you did that universally, for your stand-up every time, it'd be a hard sell.
Oh, sure.
But because the whole crowd is basically like in this live organism, it's kind of interesting to see. I'm usually like, do your written shit or just be funny. But that was like a blend of like improv with like, they have their jokes. Like they did one joke that I've done, because it was my therapist told me in my head. I haven't done it on stage, but like she says like I should go date myself, treat myself, go do stuff. And I was like, oh, I'll date myself, like, and the guy said a line like that, and he's like saying about like at his first date ever where he grabbed a boob, he left it there for the rest of the movie, his hand. He like reached and he just grabbed it, and he's like, can you imagine just sitting through Spice World with the guys?
Why didn't she remove it after a few minutes?
Because he was talking about how awkward it was his first time, and that's what it was. I wish I fucking knew the guy's name, but he does a crowd work show.
I mean, I could see that, like, a kid thinking, oh, it must be like holding hands. You just do it. And he's just like, but I'm going for the booty, so I'm just gonna... Just gonna hang out here for a while, Dude, like, that's so wild.
Do you have those thoughts that make you cringe even now? Yeah. Like years, that would send shockwaves through my
especially
my body.
If that was exactly what he thought.
I'd feel so cold every time I think about that. I catch myself like having an awkward thought, and if ever happens on stream, I'll just be like, blah 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 blah, like whatever's on my mind, I'll just start fluttering and just reading the thing in front of me just to get that thought out of like the awkward date or whatever the fuck. No, you're fine. I literally yawn all the time, so it's cool.
Were we on before when we were talking about how I'm tired of plates?
Oh, that you're.
I'm just tired.
I think that was the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I don't know. I was thinking about what you said. That guy said, and I like it. He's not that he wants to die, and Brian. He just wants to not be.
He wants to break
for a little bit. Yeah.
Oh fucking dude! So Brian Simpson posted on Instagram yesterday a picture of a set, and it's a black and white photo of himself, and dude, it was a black and white photo of himself with dates underneath, and I thought he died, and I was like, dude, Brian, what the fuck, dude? I thought you passed away, and then I looked right above it. He's fucking friends with Jamie Foxx.
Oh wow.
Jamie Foxx wrote the same, like, basically same sentiment. He's like, bro, I thought you passed. That photo right there. Just scrolling, I don't know if it shows up. Just scrolling,
especially
just like,
the black and white.
Yeah, dude, you're like, oh no, Brian Simpson fucking passed away.
So and even Jamie Foxx is
Foxx like, yo, put that shit in color. I can't lose you, bro. And I was like, that's funny. This guy's name's Jamie Foxx too. And I clicked and I'm like, oh, that's fucking Jamie Foxx. That's
the real Jamie Foxx.
He's friends with Jamie Foxx now.
There you go. You've got 1 degree of separation from Jamie Foxx.
I've had that for a while, actually. I didn't want to brag, but I know his barber.
Do you really? Oh, I was gonna say I didn't know he was from around here.
Do I look like a barb?
That's true. You haven't got a haircut in a while. That's a good point. I mean, just because you know a barber doesn't mean it's your barber. Or did you say your barber, huh?
No, I said I think I know his barber.
Oh, that's true, yeah. So, yeah, you can know a barber.
I can know a barber or two.
Yeah, Barbery. I bet you do. I know a barber.
I do too.
She's been one for a while.
My barber hit me up during COVID. He was doing like secret speakeasy thing. And I guess he stacked up some good cash because I drove by his store.
Awesome.
I mean, what's a barbershop? Yeah, it says like Dino's in giant.
That's cool.
Giant text. I was like, what the fuck? It's like right down from the rabbit. Oh, the rabbit hole comedy show got canceled.
Oh,
unfortunately for Gordon.
Permanently?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Did the club close?
No. Just Gordon's not running it anymore. I don't. There's no comedy there. I don't know what happened. If it was like bad timing or if they just didn't have good turnout.
Yeah, maybe no money. Huh.
Yeah, I know he was trying to get other spots, but I told he had his like little like flake out with me and like haven't really talked to him. Dog just fucking coughs on me.
Ew.
Hi, bud. I had my first. Did I tell you I had my first booking, but I couldn't do it because I had to go to my friend's birthday?
No.
Yeah, it was fine as a feature, like 8 to 10 minutes, but it's a good sign that people are hitting me up.
That's cool, dude.
I have been offered to show up for other shows, but they're not like.
So you couldn't do it and go to your friend's thing?
No, I went to my friend's thing.
What I'm saying, you couldn't do it. And...
No, yeah, because it was down in East Lake. Like literally the last row of houses.
Yeah.
Before it's Otay, and the venue was in Claremont.
Oh yeah.
And I just am now gonna cover rent with maybe $20 over.
Yeah.
I was like super like okay, like I have gas money, $10 or $15, and that's One Direction.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it because I was thinking like, oh, there's also like Shorty up at. I'm not gonna call her Shorty. I regret that. I regret that.
Oh, is that the girl you've been seeing?
I'm not gonna call anyone Shorty ever again. Fuck. There's a girl up there up in Esco. So I was like, maybe I could just do this full fucking handle everything to her. No, it didn't work out. But it would have been nice. Like it would have been my first poster booking in a long time. Cool. But more will come.
Are you still seeing the same chick?
Well, yeah,
the Shorty.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got her kid this week, so I'm not seeing her.
Seeing a MILF, huh?
That's all I see, baby.
How's that going?
That's all I see. If I'm not hooking up with MILFs, I'm making them.
Is this your first chick with a kid?
That's disgusting. No.
No.
But she also didn't have a kid the first time.
Oh, wow, okay. So this is it was post, in between. Yeah, an in-between kid. Huh.
Yeah, I forgot what it was, but like, we were friends in college, and I forgot if it was like on Facebook or what. But she was very like, she still is like that. It cracked me up. I saw something on Instagram. It's like filming yourself, like yelling at bitches, you know.
Oh, one of those.
Stressing about it stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I remember I unfollowed her for like a while before we reconnected years ago.
Yeah, I think I would unfriend that too.
Yeah, it was just like, it's like you're not my girlfriend. This is already like, this seems like too much work for someone. And then like reconnected, and it's like, oh hi, nice to meet you, little boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you met the kid?
It was like brief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd she introduce you?
Oh, it was like I gotta go put him to bed. It was like literally like,
oh,
hey. It was like I don't think she wants to introduce her kid to guys.
How old is he?
5 now, but I haven't seen him in a couple years.
He's definitely gonna be curious then.
Yeah. So that's why it's better just to show up.
Yeah.
When he not there.
Yeah.
When he not there, then I'll be a hat.
Is it different with a chick with a kid than without?
No, because I'm always like whenever like I'm hooking up or whatever, I'm always just like, glad it happened, but I'm not gonna like be like, I immediately get enamored and be like, I want to be there all the time and just fuck all the fucking time.
Yeah, of course.
But in reality, it's always been easy. Like, oh hey, I'm available. Hit me up whenever. You know what I mean? And it gives me like okay, cool. Now I have like a checkpoint, getting laid checkpoint.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can build up some more stress because I release so much, you know. Oh man. Yeah, we were gonna hang out. Like I said, maybe potentially that Saturday. But she had her friends in town, or her best friend, and I didn't want to hang around being like the dude that's like, oh hey, nice to meet you, just leave, because you know what I mean, like
you go take a walk around the block
it's like oh yeah, you can hang out with us. It's like, yeah, that sounds exciting. It sounds exciting. She's a good girl, so it's definitely not threesome vibes coming from there.
So are you feeling like datey or just bangy?
I think we're just hooking up again. Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Well, you know, I think I told you when we were laying down, like I was like, I could see this happening, like I could see this being a thing, you know, but there's no like.
Yeah. No, right. Yeah.
Like there's been very few times, but there's been those relationships where we both are just like, oh fuck. Like you don't want to be apart, or like you keep on. Maybe she's a little different with her emotions, you know, and maybe it'll come with time.
I mean, like you never know. She could be feeling that, but then people are weird.
I'm not super.
Oh, but you can't feel that way, so I'm not gonna.
I'm not super feeling it like that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean that's the important.
I'm also coming from like a stunted couple of years, so maybe
I guess, but if it was right, you would know it.
Yeah, I think so. I think as long as it's like we're both clear that we're having fun.
Yeah, I think it's good that you're, instead of jumping straight into the ocean, you're wading into a pool first and kind of
Dipping my
swishing around and going wee
toes.
Ooh,
I wanted like I was like dipping my dick, but then I just thought of a foot with like 6 little dick toes.
That reminds me so much. So when I first started dating my girlfriend, there's this quiz that I found online a long time ago called the Mojo quiz or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like hey, what are you into? I'll put what I'm into and you put what you're into, and then it'll tell us what we're both into. You know what I mean? So that way there's no like
a Venn diagram.
Kind of, but like a sex diagram.
Yeah. I mean, Venn diagrams could be for
yeah. So it was really fun, and one of them was like a foot job. And I was like, I've never gotten one. Sure, why not? I'd be down for a foot job. I'm curious about that. And she put yes too, and I like mentioned it. I was like, that's pretty crazy that you said that too, because I'd never met anyone like. Not that I'm like into it, but it was just like I don't know. I bet that feels fine. Yeah. Like probably feels just like a hand. I don't know. Let's try it.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, what is that? I was like, wait a second. You're saying you'd be willing to do something that you don't even know what it is? She's like, is that where you like put your foot in me? And I was like, no. And she's like, okay, good, because I didn't think I wanted that. I was like, no, instead of
why'd you click yes?
Yeah, that's
no. Like, she didn't want that.
I was why did
thing. She did the thing where it's like, oh yeah, I was just kidding anyway. I just wanted to see what you'd say. Yeah, no. Like,
but she had no idea. I was like, it's instead of
the fact that that's
job.
what she thought was a possibility and she still hit yes means congratulations, you're about to fucking foot your girl. What do you call that?
Right? Yeah, I guess it's footing.
Footing.
I'm footing the shit out of you, baby. I'm kicking your clit.
God. That sounds so fucking painful.
Doesn't it sound weird? I don't think I ever want to
clean your toes. Dude, do you ever like pinch them with your fingernails when you're going down there?
Yeah.
Like, what about with your toe, like accidentally, like
like a snaggle toe or whatever? I don't even know what that would be. Would it be still a nail? Snaggle nail?
God. Sex is gross.
It is gross.
The more I find out about sex, and the more I do it, the more it grosses me out. I love it. I love being a nasty sex pig. Oh, sorry, Hank.
He's done with the pets.
Yeah.
I like how he got stuck.
Yeah, he's like getting snagged.
So, can you help me, please? I'd like to leave.
With his tiny little balls.
His messed up tail.
Yeah, it's his first coming back.
Yeah.
Because the flea meds have been working, but
that's good.
He hangs out right by the front door, so he just gets like constant bugs just getting on him. Really? Yeah, because that's from grooming.
Mm.
Yeah, he's not sick or anything. He's just an ugly cat.
Mm.
It's all from the back, like the waist up is like his normal coat, but where he can reach, it's like worn down, and it's like I said, it's not like as bad as it was. Although I think part of it is also he fucks with Murdoch. Yesterday I saw him scratch or paw at Murdoch's face, and Murdoch just grabbed him and like thrashed him twice and let go.
Where?
Right where you're standing. Kind of his whole body.
Oh, just.
Yeah, he's like, no! And I think Hank was just trying to hop over Murdoch.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was like, and I've heard them like have these scuffles, but like, Murdoch doesn't attack to like hurt, he's just like frustrated, like.
Or maybe they're playing.
Well, he's playing.
Yeah.
Hank was not, he was like scared, dude.
Oh, man.
But then like an hour later, they're hanging out, laying next to each other.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just like.
Well, that's good.
It's like. He's got to realize when he's reaching over the dog to not use his claws. Because Murdoch is such a bitch, he'll just be like immediately like, oh no.
Ooh, I meant to ask you this. So that Dark Tide game came out, right?
Yes.
Yesterday. I tried playing it. I don't know. I guess it's just the Game Pass version is like super fucked. It doesn't use your video card at all.
Oh, I was having an issue with that.
Yeah.
I logged on, it set it to ray tracing, and then it didn't have any graphic settings enabled. Everything said NA.
Oh, no. Oh, so I had that at first, but no, literally, like, my GPU is not being utilized at all. It is completely empty on all my monitoring software, because I was even like, is this one broken? Let me open my other one.
Yeah.
No, that says the same fucking thing. Like, what the hell is going on? All it does is take my RAM. It takes 7 something in RAM from the video card, and that's it.
Did it run?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Like
Ran
37 to 15 frames. I got through the prologue barely. It was so god awful to play.
Damn, I just saw on the subreddit people were saying the poor optimization is gonna kill the game.
Yeah.
Because you can see all the people that refunded it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's sad.
A ton of people refunded it from the beta. And it's like, the whole point of the beta is like, we're ironing it out. Hopefully it'll work, but Steam has a policy where you can refund anything up until release, right?
Oh, really? Oh, I know.
If it's in beta.
Oh, I didn't know that one. Oh, that one makes sense.
Not early access.
Yeah, just the beta stuff. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Like,
it's a bummer.
It did not use... It wasn't like... I was like, well, it's not using my CPU, because that's not completely maxing out, you know, and that's not even enabled on this monitor right now, so I don't even know how it would.
I wonder if I should... So you're bringing that thing up to vacuum it, or to clean it tomorrow. Should I just, like, turn it off and give it, like, a quick vacuum? Like, take off the case?
Nah.
No? Because what if I play tonight?
I mean, it'll warm up. It's not going to break anything.
No? You don't think
No,
so?
they're designed nowadays that it'll shut down.
Just like, yeah.
Or thermal throttle before it allows it to actually damage something.
What does thermal throttling mean?
It
slows down the power.
So instead of 4.5 gigs, it'll go to 3.5 to not make
And
as
it
much
didn't
heat.
say it happened? It was doing that earlier?
It said that it didn't, which I thought was weird because at 96 degrees,
I think it did.
Definitely
I think it did
should.
because when I was playing, it was definitely chopping
Was
up
it?
at the end.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it was throttling. Well, that was another Tech Plumber episode. We'll figure out what's wrong with my pipes.
Speaking of plumbers, did you see the trailer?
For Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of interested in it. Like,
Yeah, it should be a
that
fun
seems
time.
cool. I'm interested that they're not doing the Sonic thing.
Of making him real.
And it's all cartoon people, but the license plates look like they're New York license plates, so that'll be interesting. I'm assuming it'll be New Donk City then.
Oh, is that where it takes place in the...
That's my guess. So my theory is they are in New York, in the real world, and then Mario gets sucked into a thing and goes into the Mushroom Kingdom to save the Mushroom Kingdom. That's my guess.
Do you think they're going to do it like real world?
I don't think so, because they even the day before they released the trailers, they did a bunch of posters, and in the posters, all the people in the background are all CG people. So, but it has Mario and Luigi like in front of a van, Super Mario Bros. Plumbing.
I don't know what it was, but someone just photoshopped it and it just said "cum" on the van. It's so dumb how fucking just replacing "cum" over everything just makes me laugh. Like, I saw it was a Doom font.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it just said "cum."
Yeah,
and I'm like, why is that so funny to me? It's so stupid. I love it.
One of the other posters they released was for each character, and Luigi says, you just got Luigi'd? And so many people are now using that as like a Rickroll meme. Of like, yeah, if you just go in here and you do this, here's the link, and then it's just
Luigi.
You just got Luigi'd. And it's like, fuckers, you
what does
Nintendo,
that even mean? I love
you
it.
did it on purpose. You knew it was gonna happen. But yeah, I don't know.
Lords.
That seems interesting. Now, a lot of people, of course, and by a lot of people I mean right-wing crazy people, are really mad that Peach is like the strong female who's teaching Mario, who's the dumbass at first, you know.
Yeah, who cares what
it's like, oh, they used a trope that they've used in a million kids movies. Like, what the fuck? But people are like, I can't believe they fucking did this. Mario's more of a man than that, and like, it's like, what are you talking about? Like,
having your masculinity affected by Mario's presence,
dude. It's
by
crazy.
the depiction of Mario is just so. Dude, I saw one of those shows. It was like Shapiro and Matt Walsh and basically all those like dweebs. But they're all smoking cigars, talking about being alpha males and shit like that. Yeah. And I was just laughing. I was like, man, I would fuck all of you guys up.
Right? Yeah.
I don't fucking move my body, and I would fuck at least two of you guys up at the same time. Like, I would guarantee you, like, there's no alpha in any of you guys.
The only one that I think physically looks like he could do something is that Andrew Tate guy.
Oh,
but I think I have no idea. He's just one of those.
No, he's an actual mixed martial arts.
Yeah, I was saying he looks like he used to do shit.
He is that kind of. He is one of those type of guys.
He is. He 100. He's the.
But is he in their circle?
He's
or is
not the Republican.
He's like libertarian version.
He is, but he's more the men are better kind of dude.
Yeah.
He's like you're a man and you're worth something, and that chick, fuck her for breaking up with you. She's a whore and you're better than, he's that kind of dude. So it's just like,
shit.
okay, you're a fucking incel maker, but
yeah,
he's out of all those weirdos, he's the only one that I'm like, wow, you actually look like you could fuck a dude up because you're jacked.
Oh no, yeah, he's like a kickboxer or something.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, not him. I rescind my version for him if he was on that in that circle. But that Shapiro and Walsh dude.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
especially those two. Yeah.
I feel like I could throw.
And what's that, Charlie Kirk?
Swing one into the other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I could just beat one up with the other one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, those guys. Ugh.
And then all
alpha male stuff has been coming back lately. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, for years. Yeah, for the last couple of years.
Yeah,
it's like
I feel like it peaked, and then everyone's like, only fucking losers say this, and it disappeared, and then now they're coming back going, the alphas are back, bitch.
Yeah, and they're
Suck
still
my
losers.
Dick. And it's like, no, you're still a fucking
huge losers, and the fact that there's no like evidence for that kind of like reasoning. Like they always go to like that wolf research that ends up not being accurate.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go close, bring up orangutans, because once the male becomes the alpha, he grows his face things,
his facial.
Yeah, to help. I don't remember what they said it was for. I want to say they said it was to help make his calls go forward.
Oh, really?
Or some shit like that.
Like it actually creates like a little.
I think so.
Dish.
I'm pretty sure that's what they said, because I don't think it's for fighting, because he's the fucking alpha.
Fucking biology is insane,
right?
How like a boar and a pig are the same animal, but like it just felt weird.
Yeah.
Or I saw some guy or someone raise the axolotls or whatever. Axolotl.
Yeah.
So you can you raise it, if you happen to raise it in a high iodine environment, it evolves into like into the leggy ones with the little thingies coming out that people know them at, and before that they're like a little fish thing. Yeah, and it's
they're
like
weird,
and it's like just crazy that like the signal goes off.
Yeah,
you know, like it just blows my mind.
I mean, it's like butterflies. I learned like I don't know, maybe not most people, but a lot of people probably assume that it just kind of goes from caterpillar, maybe shrinks down into the little pupa thing and then rings spread out. No. They actually discovered that shit completely melts down into goo, and then the goo reforms into a butterfly. Isn't that wild?
So it dies.
It literally dies. Like, they've dissected it to the point where they go, okay, we've found heart and brain cells, but only a single one of them, and that's how they start.
Wow. And it was a caterpillar. Yeah. So this one fucking dude just goes in here.
Becomes goo.
Like, I'm gonna be so fucking beautiful.
Yeah, right? Can you imagine what that must be like? You just fucking melt.
And then don't butterflies not have mouths or some shit like that?
No, they do. They have those long curly
certain
ones.
Moths?
Certain moths, yeah, they don't live long enough, so they can't eat.
Yeah.
And then there's another one where it eats, but it doesn't have an anus because it dies before it digests all of its food. Like, isn't that crazy? Could you imagine? Like,
that's insane.
This is the best fucking meal.
It just needs enough. It just needs enough to get
go.
Energy for that day, and then
I'm gonna go fuck something after this. Why? And then it dies.
Imagine having an existential crisis as a moth. Fucking.
Oh my god! It would last like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, God, this is the fucking worst. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, I'm gonna fuck something. You know, like. But yeah, being a bug and an insect must be weird. Like those ones where they run really fast and stop. Like any lizard or anything. The reason they do that is because they move faster than their brain can literally perceive the world.
I've heard of that.
That's insane. Like, could you imagine running so fucking fast you can't tell where you're going?
But then like
until you stop and until you stop and go, oh, okay, it didn't hit the wall.
And then how does it eat? How does that? You know what I mean? How does it know to?
Yeah, dude. Ugh. Animals are crazy.
Right, dog?
Science. My youngest, he was saying how he wishes he was an animal. I was like, what are you talking about, bud? I was like, you're the best animal. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm a person. I was like, dude, we are animals. We are literally the best animals ever. Nothing can kill us if we didn't want it to. You know, like we have ways of stopping everything from killing us. We're the best animals. Like, so we don't walk on 4 legs, so we don't have fur all over our bodies, and
you'll keep your fur, little guy.
I was like, trust me. I would love to be a dog. I bet if you were Domino or one of Sal's dog, like if you had a good owner, I bet that's the life, dude. And I was like, you know what? Maybe you'll live a good life and maybe reincarnation exists and you'll come back as an amazing dog and have a great life. But
dude,
let's enjoy being a human.
Have him like realize what it's like to not have ball joints. And be like, okay, so you know how you like to move your arms everywhere? Now you can't.
Yeah, you can do
and
this.
And you can only go like this.
Yeah.
And it hurts.
Yeah, you can do this just a little bit.
Yeah.
But not really. If you tried to do that, you're going, what's going on?
Yeah, you want to break yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sure, licking your balls is nice, but no, actually.
If you tried hard enough, I'm sure you could.
Man, I don't
Dude, there's a subreddit of guys who fuck themselves. I went so deep down this hole because I was like, what? There are dudes who take their dicks, put them down between their taint, and stick it in their butthole.
Okay.
Isn't that wild?
Okay, so, yeah, I've heard of something similar. Your Mom's House podcast?
Really?
So, the Tom Segura and his wife, Christina, they had a guest. And I was listening to the podcast, like, after I walked into the room. It was, like, on my TV or something.
Sure, yeah.
But it's a guy who found out he can tuck his balls in his
butt?
ass and then fuck himself.
With his balls? That doesn't sound comfortable.
Dude.
That sounds painful.
It probably is. Dude, I'm not a ball play guy. Like,
dude,
when girls get down there, I'm like, whoa, yeah.
Yeah. Like my girl tapped me in them the other day, like
dude,
being mean, and I had to explain to her. I was like, never, like I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Why are they so sensitive? Like, yet some guys, you watch these videos and these girls are like, just squeezing the gack out. That. Dude, that's insane to me.
Those,
dude, I fucking sit weird sometimes and I'm like, oh,
dude, I was in the Navy and was sitting on a counter and slid off the counter onto a stool.
Oh,
and literally landed on, and it was like, oh god. Like in front of people, and like the girls were like, what is happening? And all the dudes were like, oh, I think he just sat on his balls. And as soon as I was able, I was like, I just slid on both of them. Like it wasn't just one, it was literally whoop, conk, and I just so yes, it's awful. But I fucking yourself with your balls
or dick is
your dick I could see because that's meant to be fucking things, but I couldn't see fucking things. Like I don't want to put my balls in my girl's pussy even. I wouldn't want to do that.
I'd be too worried about it getting eaten up.
Right? Like, no!
Don't kegel! Don't kegel!
yeah, your whole body.
Sorry, Murdoch.
I was getting sucked into a vagina, I'm sorry. Yeah, dude, that would be awful. That'd be so awful.
I'm consoling you.
Yeah, it's okay. I won't. I'll be okay. I know, you're a good boy.
You're a good boy, Murdoch.
You're a good boy.
Sorry we were...
Yeah, man, so that's a thing apparently. So yeah, people...
Look, just show your kid that, how your dog can't reach. How my dog can't reach you. Dude, when you turned away, he reached for you and it just looked at me so dejected.
Can you move his arm over here, please?
Can you let him know? Oh my god.
You're a good boy.
This is a fun random episode.
That was random at the end. That just reminded me when I don't remember what you said. You said something about fucking something, and then I was like, oh fuck, you can actually do that. I've seen pictures, I've seen videos of dudes doing it.
I think I said fuck myself or something like that. Maybe I just...
It was wild. Like when I discovered it by accident, I was like, wait, what is happening in this picture?
Yeah.
And then I did the sidebar and was like scrolling. I was like,
damn.
what? Like I need to see the top of all time. I need to go through months of this. Like this is there were literal posts of how to prep your body, how to increase the length that you can get.
I commend you on your research.
It was amazing.
I commend you on your research. That is
that
doesn't trigger the morbid curiosity. Sexual freaky stuff.
I mean, I just don't think I'm that big because most of the dudes were huge on this subreddit, like long dudes.
Yeah, you probably have to have long ass.
That's
dick.
what I'm thinking. Like I don't think I'm long enough to reach my own butthole.
Or is it like okay, so this is another thing. The cameras that they use and that what is it, the aspect or whatever. Sometimes it makes shit look proportionally.
Sure, yeah.
Because how far is your asshole from your taint?
I mean, but you also have to think you're doing it hard too.
Yeah, how the fuck?
Exactly. So the write-up
actually hard?
Well, the write-up I read said make sure not to get fully hard. Like that was one of the big key points because I guess a lot of people they get fully hard and they're like, well, I can't fucking bend my hard dick.
Oh, I thought the concern was don't get fully hard in there. Because then you're like...
Oh, man, that would be wild. You just, like, start doing flips like a video game
yeah.
physics.
You start glitching. Well, what happened to my neighbor? It's like it just shows, like, the ambulance and the mortician, and it's just blood all over the inside of the glass. It's like, what the fuck happened? They're still trying to figure it out, but they found him with his dick in his ass? What? Yeah, I guess he got stuck in there, and... It was the first example of perpetual motion that the universe has ever experienced.
They discovered a new quantum mechanic with it.
The Higgs, the bosons, the Z particles.
That's actually how aliens get their spaceships to fly. They just got a dude with a
That's why they kidnap fucking just like the hillbillies with hogs. They just fucking you were a battery for like a year and they drop you off like one day later. You had no idea. It's like Flight of the Navigator.
And that's why their butts hurt. Oh my god, we fucking solved it.
Their butts hurt because they fucking themselves. And there's no evidence of anything. Like,
it wasn't anal probes, it was your own dick.
My wife said my dick tasted like shit and I was so confused. Jesus Christ. This episode really ended.
Yeah, this is a good ending too.
I did get a couple messages. Multiple people letting me know that I'm stupid for thinking herpes and HPV.
Over the same
HPV vaccine prevented it.
I'm glad we could give that public service announcement.
I don't know how accurate it is, but I have a friend who was considering sending in some corrections. For the medical misinformation that we've provided. So if it's not too late to save some lives out there.
Yeah. You can come back to life.
Yeah, you can.
Yep.
I learned that dogs don't have ball joints earlier this week.
That is pretty interesting.
I mean, I think I knew.
What do they have up here?
It's just a hinge or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a rotation. Because the ball joint's 360 degrees.
Joint, but like their shoulder blades stopped it from being able to do this. I thought that's what it was.
I don't know.
It's like...
Maybe I'm thinking cats?
Their shoulder blades are all up here. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like cats can do that way easier than dogs can, though. You know?
Maybe I learned the wrong thing.
Or maybe I'm just don't know.
I'm going to learn about better animals, or animals better. Oh, I'm going to get Callisto Protocol? Thinking of grabbing that.
Oh, what was the game that just came out? Oh, did you get God of War?
No, but Casey has it, so I could play it.
I heard it was really good.
Yeah.
People have been saying, like, in the first 45 minutes, it'll make you cry, even.
That I heard it's spoilerific.
Oh, really? The intro. See, I never even beat the first one.
I really liked it. Dude,
I've never been that into God of War. I don't know.
I didn't like the first ones. I don't like combo-y, like, flashy games, typically. But like this
Devil
one...
May Cry. And,
I'm slowly getting into them. Like,
so what made you get into the first one?
Bayonetta.
See, I've been wanting to try Vanquish so bad.
Vanquish is sick. It's fun. I have it on Xbox.
I've tried it like 3 times, and I can never get past the tutorial because I keep going, meh.
Oh, really?
It's super Japanese.
It's like, just dumb, fun, mindless.
It really is.
Mindless,
it's like Metal Gear Rising, and the only reason I played it is because it was Metal Gear.
Yeah,
you know?
No, it's very much just like, have fun with the absurdity.
So what was the part after the first one, then we'll go, because I want to know what hooked you on the first one.
Okay, so the first one was, I play all my games usually on hard.
Oh.
And this was the first one where I dialed it back to the normal. Oh. Because it was just like, they were fucking me up. The first battle was fucking me up. But once you get the combat, it's still combo heavy.
Yeah.
And it's still like friendly to the combos. So instead of like it being like X a bunch of times and Z a bunch of times,
2 buttons. Yeah.
It's more like, hey, I am using this guy's ability.
Yeah. So
I do have to hit the trigger to prep my axe to throw it, punch this guy a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But my next move is the triangle, which automatically summons my axe through the bodies of the people. And eventually you realize, like, if you were just doing axe attacks, you'd be huh.
Yeah.
But there's no combo.
That. Because doesn't the fist is stunning or
you mix it all together.
Yeah,
you mix it all. You mess the guys up with the axe. When you're reaching the end of that
so it
momentum, you throw it.
So that's the difference in video game combat and real life combat. Like in a real sword fight, you don't just I'm fighting you. You're like bashing
and
him with this, and
there's
you're
a technique.
blocking.
There's a
yeah.
Here, I think it's like heavy and fast attacks or something.
So you're
like
actually
that.
like fighting for your life as opposed to, oh, here's bad guys for me.
It felt like that, dude. I felt so good when I defeated the Valkyrie because it was before beating the game. I spent 3 days just going into this arena where I was like under leveled, but I was like, I want to beat her before beating the game.
Yeah.
And it felt so fucking satisfying
Yeah.
because every move, everything like was me matching the combos.
That's what I've heard about this one is like they went even farther into that where like, oh, you don't like parrying? Don't worry about it. You don't even have to parry. You can just block from now on. Oh, you don't want to block? Here's parry. Oh, you're really good at parry? Here's a perfect parry that's even better, you know? So you can tailor your gameplay style to how you
can literally be the brute,
cool.
smash stuff.
Yeah.
But if you want to add technique to your ability, it's so satisfying, especially the parries. Like when you land a parry and you just get that ching with your like the fold out shield and you get like the timing to hit the next attack, it feels good. And honestly, like I'll show you right now when we're done here, but the Valkyrie battles, have you seen it in God of War? It's basically like the extra missions. Yeah. You know, the side quests of like you're sending these Valkyries to rest. You have to fight them. The final Valkyrie has like the cumulative attack abilities. Oh, so the specials of each of the Valkyries, this one has like 3 of them. Oh, and they're fucking hard. Yeah. But once like you start seeing like the patterns, like as soon as it goes up to charge, hit it with the kid distracts it. When it comes to you, you got to get a couple deflections in. And it's very Dark Souls where like
I was gonna say,
don't get greedy. Don't get greedy with the hits. You might have to take a while, but
that's cool.
Yeah, and
I want to get back into it. Like there's so many other big story games that have come out. Like I did the Spider-Man. I think that's what pulled me off of it was the first Spider-Man, and then Miles
Spider-Man's a very fluid combat. Oh my gosh, compared to that.
Yeah, and it's so like I don't want to say it's short, but since I've played Elden Ring and put 250 hours into it to beat it, everything seems short. Like I'm like, oh, that was only 20 hours. Funny. Oh, okay. That I blew through that in just a day or
that's
whatever.
Funny. No, I'd still be fine with a short game or a long game. I replayed God of War when I got the PS5, and I felt it was too long.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people said. Is it overstayed its welcome? But I guess this one fixes
something about it. I don't know what it was. I do remember back then I was drinking a lot, and I didn't remember beating it the first time. No. So when I played it this time, I was like, "Fuck, how much more is left?" And Sam was like, "You don't remember like?" Because he was watching me beat it. Yeah. I was like, no, and I did the final boss. Like, what the fuck is this? I did this because I was on New Game Plus. You didn't even
remember.
I didn't remember shit. It was like fragments of it.
That's crazy.
And it's like that's why I don't like to get drunk. Like I drink like when I'm with buddies and stuff like that, or when I'm sad. It is when I get the drunk. But to seek it out, it's like I don't remember shit.
See, maybe that's the difference. Is I only want to drink when I am wanting to not think about or do or.
I like getting the buzz. I like getting the like, you know what? I'm gonna creative in the kitchen feeling. I fucking did that yesterday. I fucking just made some beans and shit.
But yeah, I'm gonna try it. I got the new Spider-Man and that Uncharted 4.5 or whatever because that the collection came
HD
out.
HD version.
Yeah, I beat 4 the other day. That was fun. And I just really like Uncharted. But
is
the
whole collection out on?
No,
not yet.
It's just those 2. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna come out with the rest of them unless they do like a remaster of all of them.
Blue Point has to do some remaster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I guess Blue Point. Maybe.
It'd be like their 3rd remaster of those games. No, 2nd.
Maybe then.
Because there's the PS3 releases, the PS4 releases are the HD.
Yep.
And unless those are like PC ready, you're right. They'd have to probably do
a whole bunch of work. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on how good these do. But yeah, I don't think this one did super great because it's not the complete collection. You know what I mean? Like, why would a PC player want to jump in on the 4th game? Like, what do you know? Like, that's stupid. Especially because I think it was $60 too.
Full price.
I think. I'm not sure.
And it's basically 2 games. Like,
it is 2 games, right? Yeah, but it's also 140 fucking gigs.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
I was like, oh, that's where all my space went.
Are you interested in getting the Warzone 2?
No.
You're not doing that?
No.
I might get it to play with friends, but
does it cost money or is it free?
The Warzone 2 is free. Yeah, and it has the Warzone mode, which everyone plays, but
I've heard it's not great right now.
Yeah, I was interested in DMZ.
That's why I wasn't interested in it at all.
It's their extraction mode.
Oh, okay.
Because I like extraction games. Sounds like someone's walking up, right?
Yeah, it did.
Maybe someone dropped a package.
But I don't know what I learned this week. I'm fucking tired. That's what I learned.
You learned
I learned that I need to stick up for the things that I need in life. Like, the last few days, my girlfriend's kept me out multiple hours past my actual bedtime, and I'm just so tired.
Oh,
like
doing what? Like
just
errands?
Yeah, like she had family from Hawaii.
Oh, cool.
And so Tuesday night was their last night, and so they had a big family dinner, and we were out just so fucking late. Like,
you're an old man now.
Oh my gosh, I'm so old.
That's so funny.
But like some people didn't even show up till 9, which like I want to be in bed.
Oh, they're still in Hawaii time.
Yeah, right? Yeah, like, I want to be in bed. Like I should have been asleep by 9, basically.
I didn't know Hawaiians bring their time with
them. And the worst part is I drop her off at her house at 10. Takes me an hour or 30 minutes so to get home. I get home and she calls me. You have my laptop for work still.
You had to go back?
Are you serious? Yeah, and I need it tomorrow. Yeah, I know you need it tomorrow. Can you just drop it off on the way to work? No, because I'm going to Miramar tomorrow. I'm not going into work tomorrow. Oh, alright, I'll be there in a few minutes. Like,
well, this podcast is ending because Justin needs some sleep.
I do. HHKM podcast@gmail.com.
Peace.